On the court, you're never alone. When you're part of a team, you always have strength in numbers.
It's High School Hoops on the Seven Mountain Sports Network. Brought to you by Don Franklin Bowling Green Kia, Edmonton State Bank, Aqualand Pool and Spa, Toyota of Bowling Green, State Farm agent Will Coker, and NCTC powered by Warren RECC.
The Warren East Raiders are on the road at Franklin-Simpson to take on the Wildcats on the Seven Mountain Sports Network.
Now down to the court with Ryan Murphy and Big Hamp.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into Franklin-Simpson High School as the Seven Mountain Sports coverage of local high school hoops continues. And tonight we've got a matchup that could spell maybe some interesting things on down the line for both these teams here inside the fourth region. The Franklin-Simpson Wildcats host the Warren East Raiders, and both these teams having a little bit different starts to their season. Franklin-Simpson Wildcats are 2-1. Warren East trying to get their first win on the season coming into tonight's game. We'll see if they can do it here. Ryan Murphy, Big Hamp alongside, along with the rest of our Seven Mountain Sports crew. And what's sure to be an exciting matchup tonight in Wildcats territory. First time for me, Hamp, at least, being inside this gymnasium, which is weird to think about that I've never been at Franklin-Simpson. But a great history, a great heritage for both these teams and for Franklin-Simpson here at Franklin, Kentucky.
Franklin-Simpson is a great place, man. It is really wonderful in here. This is like my third or fourth time actually being in this arena in the past several years because I used to drive a bus. So I bring the basketball team in here, man. I caught a lot of great games in here, man. Franklin-Simpson's always been a great team.
Both teams wanting to come out of here with a win tonight. Obviously, we'll see who can do it. We'll go ahead and take ourselves a short break. When we come back, we'll give you a pregame breakdown and continue our coverage right here on the Seven Mountain Sports Network.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Hold on for a second, children. Christmas is just around the corner, and I just want to let you know this year, the spa is the perfect way to relax after a long night of lugging those presents around the world. The only problem is, I can't invite my good friend Frosty over to join the fun.
Santa here with jolly good news. Save thousands on the best hot tub brands with immediate delivery. You've been nice. Now treat yourself. Only at Aqualand on Campbell Lane.
Welcome you back into Franklin-Simpson High School here on the Seven Mountain Sports Network. The Wildcats set to host the Warren East Raiders, and head coach Kyle Binge as the Raiders still looking for their first win on the season coming into tonight. A lot of switch-ups for both these teams, but first let's take a look at our team comparisons for tonight's matchup. If you're watching in with our live stream, if you take a look at the graphic now on your screen comparing these two teams so far through their season. The Raiders yet to win a game so far on the year, but the Wildcats 2-1 to start their season, both averaging a little bit in the midways there in terms of points per game, and subtle improvements really for both these teams at least for the Wildcats compared to last year. But Warren East still trying to find their rhythm early in the going, Ham.
Oh, yeah, they definitely need to get their rhythm going, but they're a young team. Warren East is a young team out there, and they are learning at this point in time to figure out who is the leader.
Absolutely. When you look at more of these stats as well, you just see the points per game difference. Obviously, the points allowed per game really stands out, at least for the Raiders, because in one of their earlier games, their first game this season, they allowed over 100 to Russell County. Now, Russell County was a team that played in the 4th Region Tournament last year, but not how Warren East wanted to open up their season as well. But like you mentioned, a lot of young guys, a group that they're no doubt are still trying to find how they mesh. And ultimately, I think, Hamp, that's going to be the key to the game tonight for the Raiders.
Definitely going to be the key for the Raiders is to figure out who is going to be the leader of the team, who's going to step up and take charge, because they only have that one senior that's going to be out there doing his thing.
Absolutely. When you look at some more keys to this game going into tonight, obviously it's about the mesh for the Raiders, but for Franklin-Simpson, I think it's more so just about continuing to do what they've already done through their first 3 games so far this year. Obviously, their most recent game was a loss on the road at Monroe County. That's not one you want to drop, at least early in the season, but the 4th Region feels like it's just kind of blown wide open over the last couple of seasons, and from maybe third on down when you look at it in the RPI is almost anybody's game.
It is almost anybody's game. But this Franklin-Simpson team, you got 4 people on the team scoring double digits, you know what I mean? Averaging double digits already. If they, like you said, if they can continue to keep that moving, continue that pace, I think they're going to be all right.
Absolutely. A big part of Warren East as well is that they only have one senior on their roster this season, one returning player, and that is Braden Lightfoot. But so many more players are going to make an impact on this game, including our players to watch, who we'll get to in just a little bit when we come back. For now, we'll take ourselves a break as the national anthem plays, and we'll be back for more coverage of local high school hoops here on the Seven Mountain Sports Network.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Oh, hold on for a second, children. Christmas is just around the corner, and I just want to let you know this year, the spa is the perfect way to relax after a long night of lugging those presents around the world. The only problem is, I can't invite my good friend Frosty over to join the fun.
Santa here with jolly good news. Save thousands on the best hot tub brands with immediate delivery. You've been nice. Now treat yourself. Only at Aqualand on Campbell Lane.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
The stage is set here at Franklin-Simpson High School. We're just minutes away from tip-off here as the Wildcats are hosting the Raiders at a Warren East, who are looking to finally break into that win column here this season and what's going to be their third contest of the year. The Wildcats already played their first 3 games, and we mentioned how we're going to give you those players to watch for tonight's matchup. First, leading us off with the Raiders, Vance Robinson, the junior, who's going to be the 6th man coming off the bench for Warren East tonight. He had 15 points in the team's opener, averaging a little over 11 points per game, shooting 50% from the field, and the most notable stat there for Robinson is that 7 for 14 from 3 this season. He's found a nice groove, I guess you'd call it, from the three-point line.
Oh, yeah, he's the three-point shooter. He'll shoot your lights out if you let him, so he's one that you definitely got to watch.
Absolutely. When you look again at Franklin-Simpson, on the other hand, they've got a guy who you circle him on almost all of your boards when you look at this Wildcats breakdown. Ja'Kai Partinger, the senior who is having himself the great start that he hoped for here in his senior campaign. 15.3 points per game he's averaging, 4 rebounds per game to go along with it. 36% give or take is he's shooting from the floor. Also had 18 points in a big win over reigning 4th region champions Bowling Green just last week as well. So strong start to his senior campaign. He led this team in scoring last year with 13, and he's going to look to continue off that success he had last season.
And that's exactly what it looks like right now. Scoring an average of, 15 points a game. I mean, this guy right here, he's your baller, he's your player. You get the ball in his hands.
Absolutely. He also led the team in rebounds last season, so that's going to be a notable thing for Ja'Kai going into tonight's matchup. As you see, all the teams currently down on the floor, warming up on both sides. Franklin-Simpson rocking that old school, the striped pants ham we were talking about, the pull-aways, I guess you'd call them.
I'm loving those right there. Those breakaway pants, man, that takes me back to the 90s, man. Like you just run over and just get on the floor.
It's got a little bit of a Globetrotter vibe, I guess you'd call it. But like you said, the old school vibe. You got to love it. And as we look at tonight's starting lineups, first up for the Warren East Raiders, starting at guard, it'll be Cooper Doyle, the sophomore. Also at guard at the sophomore will be Mayan Reynolds. Also a sophomore getting a starting nod at forward, Luke Barron. And the wide receiver quarterback duo that we got used to seeing over on the Smurf turf at Warren East, also in the starting five for the Raiders tonight. First, Braden Lightfoot, the senior forward, the only returning senior on this team's roster for the season at forward. And then Xavier Isabel, the starting quarterback for Warren East, the sophomore phenom who had himself a phenomenal season on the gridiron, has the starting odds at center as well. For the Wildcats tonight, again, the starting lineup, Jameer Brooks, the junior forward. Caden Brewer, also a junior forward, getting the starting nods. Shakai Partinger, our player to watch, the senior guard. Brody McAllister, the junior forward, as well as Cole Scherer, the senior forward. Those are your starting five for the home Franklin-Simpson Wildcats in tonight's matchup, Hamp. And both these teams, they've got some young guys on their roster, Warren East most notably. And ultimately tonight, I think for Coach Binge, the goal is just to say, let's get in the win column and let's go from there and figure out what we need to improve on.
I know he definitely wants to get into the win column, but he has to take this young team as for what they are. They are young, they are still learning, and I think he'll get them on the way. Maybe not this season, but maybe later on in the season he'll know everything about his team.
Warm-ups continue here at Franklin-Simpson High School as we take our final break here of pregame. When we come back, we'll have the tip-off from inside Franklin-Simpson High School. You're tuned in to local high school hoops right here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Do you have a lot of presents to transport this year? Well, let's go find you the perfect fit. The 2026 Toyota Camry. Toyota Sequoia. Toyota RAV4.
This holiday season, come find the perfect ride and fill it with all your goodies.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
And we welcome you back here inside Franklin-Simpson High School on the 7 Mountain Sports Network. Ryan Murphy, Big Hamp alongside. Just moments away from tip-off here as the Franklin-Simpson Wildcats hosting the Warren East Raiders. Raiders searching for their first win on the year. They are 0-2. Wildcats having a solid start to their season, 2-1. Only loss came just a couple of days ago at Monroe County, and they'll look to continue their strong forward momentum that this season right here at home. It's sure to be an exciting matchup tonight. Both teams getting ready for their starting lineups. First quarter coverage on the way. First quarter coverage is brought to you by Aqualand Pool and Spa. Aqualand is family owned and has been serving South Central Kentucky for over 40 years. They specialize in pools, therapeutic hot tubs, saunas, and cold plunges for year-round comfort. For more information, visit aqualandfun.com. Appreciate them for sponsoring our first quarter coverage as pregame ceremony is underway. We got a great shot from down on the floor from our man Brandon Jones as Warren East will make their way through the huddle. Hamp, we're back for some more hoops here on a Monday night, and it's going to be an exciting one. It's chilly outside, but it's heating up inside the gymnasium, and that's what December is all about here in Kentucky.
Oh, yeah, love to be in the inside in December. Don't like to be out there in the cold weather. But this is absolutely great. Basketball is a great time of year. It's a lot faster, of course, but it's absolutely awesome, man. I'm loving it.
You see the teams making their way out to center field. You saw Xavier Isabel there, the sophomore quarterback who earned the position over the offseason, and in just his first season at that starting quarterback position, he became first all-time in completions in a single season, and he's had himself a year. As now you got a shot there from our man Brandon Jones down on the floor of the Wildcats, working out their team. The energy, you could feel it here inside Franklin-Simpson High School.
I mean, when you got John Cena's theme playing in the background, I mean, how could you not be hyped and ready to go?
And listen, Brian Davis is down there doing the PA. He's probably controlling the music. He's hilarious. He knows how to set the tone. Okay, Brian Davis is that guy. He knows how to set the tone. He just gets it.
Well, this is it's definitely the right song for this action right here, because I don't know how many people know it, but man, this is their 97th time meeting here, right now, man, all time. And Warren East actually holds the lead right now, 50-46.
Wow.
So Franklin-Simpson's like, we need some get back and get on the winning side of this.
So for them to have met over 90 times and their split record to be divided by, 4 games? That's crazy. You don't see that a lot for a team that's met over 90 times.
Absolutely insane. Now, Franklin-Simpson did go on a 13-game winning streak there for a while, and then after that, it was we win 3 in a row, you guys win 4 in a row, and it was just back and forth like that for the next several years, man. So until now, Warren East has won the last 5.
Unreal. As tip-off is here, it'll be Barron on Partinger, and it's the Wildcats who win the tip-off with Partinger. And they'll have the possession. They'll be moving from left to right of your screen. If you're listening over the radio waves, that's also from our perspective. Kick over to the right side. Passes up and blocked. And another shot attempted here from the Wildcats. That's Brody McAllister who gets the 2-point fadeaway. Raiders forcing it back down the floor. Isabel is over the left side. Now it's up in the corner. Bounces off of Isabel's hands. And now back down the floor goes Partinger. He's going to hit him with a Euro step. Lays it off the glass for 2. Out to a quick start are the Wildcats. They lead 4-0 inside the first 45 seconds of the game. Raiders now trying to slow down the tempo. It's Doyle with the possession. This team for Warren East mostly made up of sophomore talent. As now here's the drive for Reynolds, and he gets fouled on the way up. And he'll head to the line and shoot 2. Foul is on Caden Brewer. That's his first and team's first.
Franklin-Simpson came out pretty fast, man. They just said, you know what, we're going to take this to you, and we're going to take it to you now.
Ryan Reynolds at the line shooting 2. First shot's up and good. It's his first free throw of the season, at least by our metrics. Here's Reynolds, second shot on the way, and that one does not fall. And it's Schar with the rebound. Back down the floor is Partinger. Carrying the workload, tries to drive baseline, dribbles it off the right side of his foot, and it goes out of bounds. Turn it over to Warren East. So it's a 4-1 lead early for the Wildcats here at home. Again, it's Doyle in possession for the Raiders, back down the floor. Looking off to the right side, Isabel thinks about the deep 3 from the corner, and that one gets tipped away by McAllister. Nearly gets the steal, but Isabel recovers. And now this one's ripped out of the hands. Here's Brooks on the drive and lays it off the glass. No, won't go. Rebounded by Warren East and Reynolds, and a foul's called on the floor. It'll stay with the Raiders. That foul's on Brooks. It's his first, team's second. So it stays in the hands of Warren East despite the back and forth at midcourt. Raiders moving from right to left to score based on your screen and also where we're positioned. They're wearing their black away unis with the yellow trim and those dark blue numbers. Wildcats wearing their home whites with the blue numbers, blue lettering, and blue trim. Raiders looking for an option. Here's Reynolds, who's had a long possession here. Pass inside to Isabel. That one's deflected, and it's pulled in by Brooks. Down the floor, here's Brewer for the Wildcats. Fakes right, passes left to his inside. That's Scherer who drives, lays it up. No, won't fall. That's Brewer. That one goes out of bounds off the hands of Isabel, and it'll stay with Franklin-Simpson on their end of the floor. 6:08 to go in the first quarter. Scoring drought for both these teams over the last minute or so. It's still 4-1 for Franklin-Simpson. Partinger gets the inbound, little spin move, bounces off the inside of the back iron, and it's rebounded by Warren East. Back down the floor come the Raiders. A little up and under, won't fall, and it was recovered by Jameer Brooks, but he had both feet out of bounds, so it'll stay with Warren East on their end of the floor.
Right now, I think they just need to calm down a little bit, slow it down just a little bit, and get things set up. If they get things set up and get everybody where they're supposed to be, the plays will move a little smoother.
That player to watch, Vance Robinson, checks in on the inbound, and that one's stolen away by Brooks on the drive, and he slams it home. What a tone setter for Jameer Brooks. Down the floor, here's a deep 3 for Warren East. That one won't fall from Robinson. And it's rebounded there by Brewer, who heads back down the floor, and now he waves off the team. That's McAllister at top of the key. Sends it over to Partinger on the left wing. Partinger surveying, passes it inside to Scherer. Scherer cross-court pass to McAllister with his own three from the right wing. No, bounce off the back iron. That one nearly got recovered by Brewer, but it's Reynolds for Warren East. Now heading down the far side of the floor. Two-man, and that one's stolen out by Brewer. Now Franklin-Simpson back with the possession. They still lead 6-1. 5 turnovers that makes for Warren East, and that one, another one, it looks like for the Wildcats, it'll be a jump ball, and it'll go to Warren East. So another turnover, back and forth for both these teams. Inside 5 minutes to go in the first. The Wildcats lead 6-1. That's the Wildcats' second turnover on that jump ball. Checking in is Warner Combs for Mayan Reynolds on the Raiders. See, inbounds it to Doyle. Doyle one-on-one with the senior, that is Partinger. Here's the drive. Doyle trying to lay it up and off the glass. No, it's hauled in by McAllister. McAllister gets the board and back down the floor. Surveying, kicks over to Partinger, top of the key, trying to spin back to his inside. Little midi jumper, will not fall. Rebounded that time by Doyle, and he gets fouled. Looks like that foul's on McAllister. That'll be his first and team's third here this first quarter. 4:34 to go in the first, and it's the Wildcats who still lead 6-1. And coming in for the Raiders is Luke Barron once again for the inbound. In the backcourt to Cooper Doyle, who's going to try to run some clock heading to the opposite side. He's still guarded by Partinger. Now the pass to Barron. Barron going to drive, lays up a floater, and it drops in. Barron connects. Last season he was 2 for 14 from the field, but made that floater look easy. Over to the right corner to McAllister. Pass inside to Scherer. Scherer looking for a survey, gives him a little space to shoot the three, and he drains it.
That's all he needs is just a little bit of space to make it happen.
Scherer was the team's second leading scorer last season. Shot 35% from three and made that one look easy as another steal. Back down the floor, McAllister lays it up and off the glass for two. And a timeout called. Another bucket for McAllister extends the lead 9-3, Hamp.
That was a good timeout right there because, again, like I said, to me it seems like they're kind of rushing it.
Absolutely, and as we'll step aside here as the Wildcats lead 9-3, you're listening to local high school hoops on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
Do you have a lot of presents to transport this year? Well, let's go find you the perfect fit. The 2026 Toyota Camry. Toyota Sequoia. Toyota RAV4.
This holiday season, come find the perfect ride and fill it with all your goodies.
Welcome you back in. It's more of a full court press now for the Wildcats as they lead 11-3 with about 3.5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Pass to the right side. Here's a three for the Raiders. That one bounces off the front of the rim. That's Warner Combs on the three. Would not fall. Here's Partinger with possession, top of the key. Drives to his left side, has to split two defenders, kicks it outside to Scherer. He's going to try another three ball, and he got it, 2 for 2.
Dropping them.
Cole Scherer, the senior, 2 for 2 from deep tonight. And on the drive was Atkins and couldn't get that ball to fall. Or Barron, rather. Misses that shot. Now here's McAllister, top of the key. Outside to Partinger, thinks about the deep three. Instead's going to drive, tries to lay it up and in, won't fall, but he's fouled on the way. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Foul is on Luke Barron. That's his first and the Raiders' first of the quarter. First free throw is up and good for Partinger. A couple of substitutions here for Warren East as Mayan Reynolds checks back in. Second shot on the way for Partinger, and that one falls as well. 2 for 2 trip. He's got 4 points so far. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here's Doyle with possession. Kicks off to the left side. Doyle thinks about the three from the left wing. And he's going to take it here. A deep one. And that one falls short. That one rebounded by J.C. Robbie. Robbie down the floor. The junior center. Now Partinger on the drive around the left side. Again, rolls off the front lip. Just not had the best of luck getting those shots to fall.
Yeah, he's taking it to the hole pretty well, and they're just trying to get enough in front of him to make sure that he doesn't make the point.
Deep three there for Luke Barron from the top of the key. Responds, cuts the lead down to 10. Wildcats still up 16-6. Under 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Partinger pass inside to a wide open Scherer who lays it up and in. Scherer having a great night so far, leading the team with 8 points. Pass, another right wing three. That one drains in. Luke Barron, another three. Barron's been performing well here early in the season for Warren East. He had 16 points in the team's most recent loss to Russellville. Second most, only to Mayan Reynolds. Here's Partinger, top of the key. Over the left side to Scherer. Serving. Now pass left side to Denning. Denning to Partinger. He's going to fake the drive. Little midi jumper. That one won't fall. Nearly rebounded by Scherer, but it'll go out of bounds off his hands and turn it over to the Raiders.
Scherer is all over the place. He's all over getting rebounds. He's shooting the ball well. He's doing absolutely everything he can to make sure that the Franklin Wildcats stay on top.
Partinger playing tough defense on the sophomore Cooper Doyle. Forced to pass it out to Barron, top of the key. That one nearly passed high to Vance Robinson, who goes on the drive, and it's just pickpocketed right out of his hands by Scherer. Down the floor, that one up to Robbie, who goes up and in, and one! J.C. Robbie with the and one bucket. He'll head to the line for a three-point play.
Wildcats are getting it on the inside. They're getting it on the inside. They're getting it on the outside. Like, it's can you cover them? No matter what scheme you put up, can you cover them right now?
Braden Lightfoot checks in for Vance Robinson. Lightfoot, the leading wide receiver for the Raiders on the football side of things this season, as the three-point play is complete by Robbie. Back down the floor quick are the Raiders. Whistle's blown. Their officials are looking up at the scoreboard. I believe asking for a correction on that end. As far as substitutions go, I believe may have been the cause. For the scoreboard marker, a little over a minute to go here in the first quarter. Wildcats lead 21-9. Pass over to Reynolds. Reynolds out to the right side. Deep three again for Barron. That one too strong off the back iron, but it's rebounded by Reynolds, and he gets the putback for two.
And that's what you got to do. When you get in there and you get those rebounds, if you got a chance to put it back up, put it back up. Don't put it out there in the outfit and back to the wing or anything. You can lose the ball that way.
And the turnover there on Jameer Brooks. Fourth turnover for the Wildcats on that one. Inside 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Doyle fakes the pass inside, pass it outside to Lightfoot. Now again, another deep three. Short. Bounce off the iron, and it's rebounded by Himshoot, the junior. With possession is McAllister. Hands it off to Brooks with 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Wildcats lead by 10, 21-11 the current score. Neither team in the bonus. 10 seconds to go. Wildcats looking for a last-second shot. Passed over to Denning. Then to McAllister. Back to Brooks. Brooks looking inside. He's going to take a top-of-the-key three. Got it! Walk it off. Jameer Brooks with a three-pointer to end the first, setting the tone here early for the Wildcats. They lead 24-11. We'll step aside to see if Warren East can try to rally the troops here. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Welcome you back here to High School Hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network. And the tone has been set early by the Wildcats. Take a look at this replay courtesy of Toyota of Bowling Green. Jameer Brooks setting the tone in the opening minutes with this jam. And not only that, he did that early, and he decided to show you his versatility. Another look here courtesy of Toyota of Bowling Green. A deep shot three from the top of the key in the final seconds of the quarter. Extended the lead to 13 for the Wildcats to start the second. 24-11, the Wildcats on top currently. There on your screen, you see the Raiders talking things over. Head coach Kyle Binge in his 5th season with the Raiders program in the midst of that huddle. They'll look to cut that deficit down here before halftime. Ryan Murphy, Big Hamp alongside, along with the rest of our 7 Mountain Sports crew. The tone is set early in this one. The Wildcats here in a home matchup in front of a home crowd who is loving the energy the team is giving so far in this game. Going to continue that momentum. McAllister inbounds in the backcourt to Partinger. Partinger guarded by Reynolds. Pass to the left side to Scherer. Scherer surveying. Partinger, top of the key. Now back in the hands of Brewer. Brewer's going to drive inside. Lays it off the glass with ease for 2 that time.
Waltzed right on in there, just like he was doing a dance.
Brewer, a little bit of a change of looks for him. Had number 4 on the jersey last season. Also only appeared in a handful of games. As they're going to have an offensive foul called on Warren East that time. Ryan Reynolds with the foul. That's his first, team's first of the quarter. And Wildcats back down the floor. Brooks in possession around midcourt. He's guarded by Austin. Now outside to Brewer. Back to Brooks. Brooks surveying left to right. Finds Partinger on the right wing. Now passes way outside to the left wing. Back to Brewer. Brewer back to Brooks on the right wing. He's going to drive up inside. Lay it off with the left hand. And it gets a lucky bounce from the iron to make it in. Jameer Brooks having a solid start to this game. Here's Reynolds with a deep 3 from the left wing. Too strong. Off the back glass. It's rebounded by Partinger. And he's rushing down the floor. Fading defender. Spin move inside and lays it in for 2. Had some shooting woes in that first quarter, but seems to have found his groove to start the second. Here's Barron on the drive baseline. Lays it over 2 defenders and drops it in. Barron, the leading scorer on the Raiders part of things. He's got 10 points. Brooks over to Partinger. He's going to take his own deep 3 from the left wing. No, too strong. Just subtly off the back iron, and it's rebounded by Reynolds for Warren East. Driving, laying, off the left hand. That was Doyle. Couldn't get it to go. Scherer got the rebound, and Partinger's already on the other end. Hands it off to McAllister, who lays it up and off the glass for 2. And another timeout called for Warren East as the Franklin-Simpson Wildcats are on a heck of a run. They lead 32-13. Take a look at this replay. Courtesy of Toyota Bowling Green. Partinger laying it up and in there. Setting the tone for the Wildcats. They lead 32-13. We'll take ourselves a break. You're listening and watching High School Hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
Oh, hold on for a second, children. Christmas is just around the corner, and I just want to let you know this year, the spa is the perfect way to relax after a long night of lugging those presents around the world. The only problem is, can't invite my good friend Frosty over to join the fun.
Santa here with jolly good news. Save thousands on the best hot tub brands with immediate delivery. You've been nice. Now treat yourself. Only at Aqualand on Campbell Lane.
Welcome back to High School Hoops here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network. 32-13 the lead for Franklin-Simpson here at home. About 6 minutes to go in the first half. Hemp Franklin-Simpson really putting their foot on the gas early in this one.
They started off fast, and now they're kind of slowing it up because now they can trade shots all day, the rest of the game, and still win. So that's exactly what they're doing. They're taking their time. They're setting up their plays, and they are doing exactly what it is that they're supposed to be doing. Take the big lead early and then coast the rest of the way if they can.
And they're so quick at getting back down the floor. Just when you think Partinger's on defense inside the paint, he's already back down the court. Wildcats have a turnover, and he's back there undefended, or he's in a man-to-man 50-50 situation. As now Doyle's here on the drive, tries to lay it up from the left side, and he's fouled on the way up. He'll head to the line and shoot two. It's like the foul. Foul is on Brooks. That's his second. And team's first of the quarter. Shout out Brian Davis for that call. I missed it. And that shot's up and good for Doyle. His first points of the contest tonight, or first point rather, with that one. Couple substitutions here as Kason Himshoot checks in for the Wildcats. Had a couple minutes toward the end of the first quarter here. Boxing him out, and second shot's up and good for Doyle. He's got two. So 32-15 the lead now for the Wildcats. Slowing down the tempo with 5.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Brooks one-on-one with Reynolds, senior versus sophomore. This is off to the left wing to Himshoot, who just checked in. Pass inside to Brewer. Brewer tries to lays it up, loses it off the fingertips, and it's pulled out by Isabel on the turnover. And then Brewer returns the favor, gets the ball back in the hands of Partinger. He's now on the left wing, just dribbling his way around, looking for an opening. A little over 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Brewer over to Partinger. Spins his way from left back to right up the inside, and he's going to get called for the travel. Sixth turnover for the Wildcats. Here's the Raiders back down the floor. Pass inside from Doyle to Reynolds. That one goes too strong. Reynolds tries to bring it in, and it goes out of bounds to the Wildcats. 10 turnovers, that marks for Warren East. Inside 5 minutes to go now. In the first half, here's McAllister on the left wing. Way out high. Now passed inside to Brewer. Brewer going to drive inside, lays it up and off the glass with that right hand for two once again. This Franklin-Simpson team loves that right lane drive, and officials are going to call time here momentarily. I believe I noticed there was a bit of a lag on the left scoreboard, basis where we're sitting, versus the right. I noticed the clock was stopped on the left while the right was still running. So that may be part of their issue, is some information isn't being relayed as quickly. So that's why we're getting some stoppages in play.
Time for a new scoreboard counter, or whatever they call it, the controller.
Control, yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes the controls get a little sticky.
Oh, yes.
Warren East on the outside. That shot by Isabel is deflected by Partinger, but they hold on to it. Here's Doyle on the drive, dribbling his way around multiple Wildcat defenders on the left wing. Isabel going to fake it, drive baseline, kick outside. Drive from Robinson, who's going to try to lay it up with a floater. Rims out, and it's rebounded by McAllister. Foul's called. That foul will be on Reynolds. It's his second. It'll stay with the Wildcats.
These Raiders are doing everything they can to try to get back into the game, and I'm noticing they're not shooting a lot of threes, which is good. You just take it a two at a time, a score at a time, not rush anything at all. If they can just stay rushy. Yeah. I'm just going to use that, rushy. If they don't stay so rushy, I think they'll come out all right in this game.
Back down the floor is the Wildcats, and they take a long two there for Hooper Stout. So he knocks it down. Freshman getting some minutes here at the varsity level. Here's a drive from Barron. Tries to roll it up and in, and he gets it. Barron leading the way scoring for Warren East. Had 16 points in the team's most recent loss, and there he forces another turnover. Barron down the floor, red in the face. No one's going to stop him from getting to the rim. He's fouled on the way up, and he'll head to the line and one.
Franklin has this great lead, And you seen right there, that was a little lazy pass. You can't have little lazy passes like that. This is how teams get back in the game and end up making it closer than what you think it would be.
Warner Combs checking in for the Raiders as Barron's at the line. His free throw's up, and it's good. Count the three-point play for Luke Barron, who by far leads all scorers for Warren East so far, but it's the Wildcats still leading by 16. 36-20 your current score with about 3:15 to go in the quarter. Pass over the top. That one deflected by Denning, but recovered once again. That shot missed. And now here's Warren East, quick, rushing, back down the floor. Foul's called. Foul's going to be against the Wildcats. It'll be on Kason Himshoot. That's his first. Team's third. At the line, shooting two, I believe, will be Jontavius Atkins, as his first shot does not fall. First shot doesn't connect. Didn't have any stats from last season, did Atkins. He's likely playing on the JV team, getting his first season of varsity action here as he knocks down the second chance at the free throw. Goes 1 for 2 at the line that time. It won't count the shot. Lane violation on the Raiders, so that shot will not count for Jontavius Atkins. Here's McAllister, top of the key, sends it over to the left wing. A deep three here from the freshman in Stout. That one won't go, but it's rebounded by Scher, who tries to put it back up and in. That one won't fall. Another opportunity for McAllister, who gets his own rebound and the putback. Here's another deep three. Barron likes that spot. Too strong off the back iron. McAllister deflects it away, and Stout brings it in for the board. Looking, driving, outside, Scherer to McAllister. McAllister's going to hit a stop and pop long two. That one won't go. Rebounded by Isabel for the Raiders. Down the floor, Combs going to fake the drive. That one deflected once again by Stout. Recovered by Barron, who's going to drive and lays it off the back glass for two. Barron by far still leading all scorers for the Raiders tonight. A lot of hustle up and down the floor. And a timeout going to get called here by the Wildcats and head coach Dee Spencer. And with that, we will take ourselves a short break as the Wildcats lead 38-22 with 1:46 to go here in the second quarter. You're tuned in and you're watching and listening to High School Hoops here on the Seven Mountain Sports Network.
Oh, hold on for a second, children. Christmas is just around the corner, and I just want to let you know this year, the spa is the perfect way to relax after a long night of lugging those presents around the world. The only problem is, can't invite my good friend Frosty over to join the fun.
Santa here with jolly good news. Save thousands on the best hot tub brands with immediate delivery. You've been nice. Now treat yourself. Only at Aqualand on Campbell Lane.
Back into the action here at Franklin-Simpson High School. Second quarter coming to a close. Second quarter coverage brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust. As the Wildcats looking for an opening here. Robbie looking for the inside pass to Partinger, but that one's picked off by Robinson. Back down the floor, looking for the deep three is Doyle. Takes it from the right wing. Too strong. Rebounded by Robbie. He's going to take it back down the floor. Junior had a tough and one bucket in the first quarter. Really helped set the tone early for the Wildcats. Here's the drive for Partinger. Off to the left wing on the drive. That time was Denning, who lays it up and in with a floater. Second quarter coverage brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust, serving Bowling Green, Morgantown, and now Beaver Dam. Visit one of our locations today. Here's Barron trying to cash in. Can't get it to go, but he's going to get fouled on the way up. And looks like he'll head to the line and shoot two. Foul's going to be on Denning. That's his first, team's fourth of the quarter. Inside a minute to go now here in the first half. Wildcats lead decisively, 40-22. Their offensive efforts so far this season have been no joke. as that shot bounces off the front of the rim for Barron.
Warren East, again, they're trying everything they can right now. I mean, they're taking it to the hole. They're trying to take mid-range jumpers. They're trying to take three-point range jumpers, but nothing is just falling for them right now.
Barron's second free throw shot on the way. That one rims out. An 0 for 2 trip to the line for Barron. Hustling back to the other end. Final 50 seconds of the first half here. Wildcats lead 40-22. Neither team in the bonus at the moment. Partinger, once again, keen to just run clock here for the Wildcats. Over to Robbie. Looking around the outside. McAllister's going to take a three from the corner. Bang! Count it. His first three of the contest. McAllister, the leading rebounder for this team this season. He's got a lot of hustle, but showing you can get it done from three-point land. Here's the drive by Barron. He's fouled. Now, foul's going to be on J.C. Robbie. That's his first, team's fifth, and that'll put Warren East into the bonus. So Barron going to try to avenge that 0 for 2 trip just a few moments ago at the charity stripe. Does so on the first attempt. Knocks down the first one. A couple of substitutions here for Franklin-Simpson.
Barron's living on the line.
Barron 2 for 5 so far in the contest. A couple of substitutions for Franklin-Simpson, including Caden Brewer, who checks back in, as well as Cole Scherer. Brewer looking for the inbound. Passes it to the far side to Partinger. Final 20 seconds. They're going to try to run clock here. Partinger still in the backcourt. Finally crosses over, guarded by Doyle. Now he's getting double teamed. Still not looking for the outward pass. Keen to take it himself. Driving down the far sides. Final 6 seconds. Passing it outside to Brewer. Brewer going to fake the drive. Pass it outside. Scherer with a last second three. Count it! Cole Scherer. Sharing all the threes and all the points with Warren East to end the first half. Wildcats lead decisively after 2, 46-24. We'll take ourselves a break, but don't go anywhere because we'll have your halftime stats and coverage right here when we return to local high school hoops you're watching and listening to on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Oh, hold on for a second, children. Christmas is just around the corner, and I just want to let you know this year, the spa is the perfect way to relax after a long night of lugging those presents around the world. The only problem is, I can't invite my good friend Frosty over to join the fun.
Santa here with jolly good news. Save thousands on the best hot tub brands with immediate delivery. You've been nice. Now treat yourself. Only at Aqualand on Campbell Lane.
I want to buy this truck, man. This is perfect.
It is a beautiful truck. Do you want to see the inside?
Is it available?
Yeah, sure is.
Is it available?
I just said it was.
Hey, how many miles has it got on it?
Just over 30,000 miles. Still practically new.
But it's got rain on it.
What? Do you want to see the inside? Do you have any questions?
No. I have to think about it. Also, it has rain on it.
Selling your car shouldn't be a pain.
Bring your vehicle out to Toyota Bowling Green and we'll make sure you get taken care of.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Welcome back to your Don Franklin halftime report here on the 7 Mountain Sports Network. We're camped out at Franklin-Simpson High School. Wildcats hosting the Warren East Raiders. They lead 46-24, looking to improve to 3-1 are the Wildcats to start their season. And we got to look at some of the stats so far here in this first half. Shooting woes, not really super present for both these teams, but the opportunities more present for the Wildcats off some forced turnovers. 18 for 26 so far through the first half. Great shooting effort so far for the Wildcats as they lead 46-24. 7 for 15 only for Warren East, and most of those are coming from Luke Barron. 6 of those made field goals actually for Barron, who leads all Warren East Raiders scorers with 16 so far. Foul totals for the team as well. Franklin-Simpson being a little more aggressive on the ball, but the turnovers more so leaning to the side of Warren East. Though both teams, Hamp, have really been going back and forth, forcing turnovers, forcing opportunities, but it's Franklin-Simpson who's been able to take advantage of the opportunities they're creating.
They're dropping dimes, they're dropping nickels, they're doing everything they can. They're going inside, outside. Franklin-Simpson is more well-rounded. They started out fast. They put points on the board in bunches, and then they were able to kind of slow the tempo down a little bit. But what Warren East doesn't need to do is get out of pocket by trying to shoot a bunch of threes, trying to Steph Curry it, and trying to splash brother it. Take it one score at a time. If you take it one score at a time, one stop at a time, play defense, and then go in and get your points. Go to the line. I mean, you got Barron who keeps up there. I mean, he's staying up on the line. If you keep, he's leading the team.
Yeah.
That's what he does. He's a general.
Yeah.
So he knows how to lead a team. So he's doing everything he can right now to lead his team into a possible comeback if they could do it.
Absolutely. And for both these teams, really, more so for the Wildcats, it's been about a tone setter. They did that in the first quarter. You had the dunk, you had the last-second three, and then Cole Scherer wanted a piece of the action, and at the buzzer there to end the first half, hit his own three there from the right wing to really set the tone. We'll take a look at a couple of those highlights in just a moment. When we come back, we'll go ahead and take ourselves a break, and stay tuned. We'll show you some of those highlights right here. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Oh, hold on for a second, children. Christmas is just around the corner, and I just want to let you know this year, the spa is the perfect way to relax after a long night of lugging those presents around the world. The only problem is, can't invite my good friend Frosty over to join the fun.
Santa here with jolly good news. Save thousands on the best hot tub brands with immediate delivery. You've been nice. Now treat yourself. Only at Aqualand on Campbell Lane.
We know what you like. We got highlights. Brian Murphy, Big Hamp alongside. We're going to give you some highlights from that first half. Wildcats lead 46-24 over the Raiders. First, going to lead us off. Let's take a look at Luke Barron, who leads all Raiders in scoring by far. 6 field goals so far in the contest, 16 points, and a big part of it was laying up and starting it going early with this layup bucket, and would keep on patrolling here, and he just keeps on scoring again and again. You look up and down the scoring chart, a couple of misses here and there for several of the Raiders, but Barron has been a consistent key. He's only missed one shot so far, and he keeps knocking them down just like this one here. He spins off the defender, drives inside, lays it up and in, and he's not only lethal from driving inside to the paint hamp, he's also lethal from the three-point line. All these great views. Look at this great view here, courtesy of Toyota of Bowling Green. Franklin-Simpson this time on the other end. Brady McAllister gets it on the fun with a left corner three. And again, this time, though, it's Cole Scherer who ends the half with a statement as the buzzer sounds. Kicks out outside. Scherer sharing all the shots. Knocks down the three, and that ends the first half. Lots of great looks there presented to you by Toyota of Bowling Green. Hamp, we talked about it before we went to break. It's just been about setting the tone for the Wildcats, and they've done a great job of it in the first half. Warren East going to have to break that and set a tone of their own in the second.
They definitely have to set a tone. Hopefully they went into the locker room, had a conversation. Coach slowed them down, calmed them down, told them, hey, look, you're not out of the game. You still got a whole half to play. So get out there, set the tone, set your tone, play your game of basketball, and don't try to play Wildcat basketball. Play Raider ball.
Coach Benj on only his 5th season with the Raiders. That marks this season. For the Wildcats, though, head coach Dee Spencer, no stranger to Franklin and Simpson County. Is his 14th season coming into this year with the Wildcats for him as head coach. And one of the longest tenured head coaches in program history is Coach Spencer. And last season, Wildcats, when they looked like maybe they weren't favored, still managed to come out and get a district title last season. They've won 3 in the last 4 years under Coach Spencer, and they'll look to continue that momentum as well here this season as well. At least from what we're hearing as well, this game tonight is the start of a two-way tournament that is going on kind of in the mid-season. So this game may be carrying a little bit more weight for the teams as well, and an emphasis for Warren East to try to come out with a win.
Definitely. Franklin-Simpson, man, that's what I love about basketball in high school. You can make it to the district, you win that championship. All you got to do is make sure your team is ready to go when it's playoff time. If they're ready to go when it's playoff time, you about almost not have anything to worry about.
Shout out our man Jay Turner for some scoring updates around the region. Currently tied at halftime are the Barron County boys against Caverna, as they're tied up 21-21 at the half, and it was Barron County girls who took the win over Caverna 67-22. Barron County girls, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. We'll get a look at them later this week at the State Farm Challenge with our coverage of them. That's going to be on Saturday all day, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Probably go a little bit later than 8 p.m. We'll probably be there a full 12 hours. But hey, it's going to be a great time, though. It's going to be a great time. You're going to get to call some games, Ham. That's going to be exciting.
It's going to be exciting.
I got to leave for Christmas. I got to leave for Christmas. But I'll be back, though. I'm leaving for a little bit, and then I'll come back.
It'll be exciting. It'll be my first go around. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to do great.
I'm trying to listen to you every time, man. Make sure I do as well as you do.
Oh, you got to listen to, like, the Iron Eagles, bro. Like, you can't be listening to me. You got to listen to the Iron Eagles of the world. They set the tone. Underway here for the second half. And the Raiders start the second half with a possession. Doyle inbounds to Isabel. And here's Isabel trying to drive left side and lay it up with the left hand. Can't get it to drop. Hasn't made a field goal so far tonight, and it's Scherer with the rebound, who kicks it cross court to Brooks on the right wing. Wildcats now moving from right to left to score. If you're just now joining us over the radio waves, Wildcats wearing their home whites with a blue trim and blue dotted lines down the side of those gray stripes, as well as the blue numbers and blue lettering. Warren East wearing their dark black jerseys with the yellow trim and those subtle blue accents, blue numbers and yellow trim. They'll be moving from left to right to score. Here's Partinger, top of the key. Little stop and pop long two. That one bounces off the inside of the back iron. It will not fall. Partinger suffering a little bit of shooting woes here through these first 2 and some change quarters, but Brooks forcing a turnover. Passes it way too long to Partinger, who tries to recover, and it goes out of bounds. Back-to-back turnovers for both teams in that exchange.
Well, that young man might have played football. Still got a little bit of football energy in him, you know.
46-24, the lead for the Wildcats. 6:45 to go in the third quarter. Here's a kick out. Barron, another long three, and he drains it from way out in three-point land. He was basically at the logo that time. Luke Barron showing up big for this Warren East team. Raiders now trail by 19. Here's the drive by McAllister. Tries to go up and in. That one gets swatted and goes out of bounds. They'll call the last touch, I believe, on Luke Barron, so it'll stay with the Wildcats on their end of the floor. McAllister going to inbound his own missed shot. Man-to-man coverage here for Warren East. McAllister looking out wide for the pass. And Warren East forces the turnover. McAllister just couldn't inbound the ball in time. Reynolds inbounding to Doyle. Been the primary point guard for Warren East in the contest. And here's Barron feeding the hot hand as he gets swatted just below the rim. They're going to call the foul. And Barron will head to the line to shoot two. Looks like the foul is on McAllister. That's his second and team's first here of the third quarter. 6:14 to go in the third as Barron's back to the line shooting two. And that shot bounces out from the inner rim, no good. Barron 3 for 6 from the free throw line tonight. Trying to make it 4 for 7. And that one he drops in. 1 for 2 trip to the line for Barron. Back down the floor. The Wildcats trying to fight as they're under a full court press, breaking into their own territory. Kicked outside to Scherer, who had that last second three at the end of the half. That one rims out. Looked like a good look, but he's fouled on the way up, and he'll head to the line and shoot two. Looks like the foul is going to be on Isabel, it appears. That'll be his first and team's first of the quarter as Scherer heads to the line to shoot two. This will be his first attempt at free throws tonight. Leads the Wildcats with 11 points as his first one falls. Second shot on the way for Scherer. And that one falls. 2 for 2 trip to the line, and his first trip to the charity stripe in the contest is Brewer checking out in favor of Michael Denning, the sophomore. Warren East inbound to Doyle. Doyle and Barron trapped in the backcourt. Franklin-Simpson putting on the pressure and knocking it out of bounds is McAllister, so it'll stay with Warren East in the backcourt.
Warren East is trying to get up the court a little bit and make things move the way they want them to move. It looks like they're trying to set up plays and get their guys where they need to be on the court so that they can make the plays, make the points that they need right now to get back into the game where they want to be, being down by 20 at the moment.
Denning checked in momentarily for Franklin-Simpson and then checked right back out for Caden Brewer to return to the game as a foul is called. Not on the shot. That will be on they'll be on Cole Scherer. That's his first and team's second of the quarter here. Wildcats still lead by 20. It's 48-28 with 5:45 to go in the third. Pass inside to Reynolds. Reynolds going to fake the drive, kick out to Barron, who's double teamed. 2 hands in the face, stolen away by Brooks. Brooks down the floor. He had the dunk earlier, and he slams another one home. Show him what you got, Jameer Brooks with the hops. Warren East looking to respond. Deep three from Barron. Looks like it got tipped on the shot by Brewer. And now look at this. Partinger trying to get in on the action, and too many defenders there for his liking as he heads back out to the right wing. Dribbling his way in one-on-one. Kicks it back outside. Top of the key around the logo to Brooks. Brooks to the left corner to McAllister. Driving baseline. And they're going to call that an offensive foul on McAllister as Xavier Isabel hits the floor. That'll be McAllister's third and team's third of the quarter.
Jameer Brooks bringing it down the court, man. He's got 2 dunks on him tonight. It looks like he's trying to get about 3 or 4 of them, man. He's moving good down the court.
He's already got 2 so far, plus that last second 3 to end the first quarter. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter here as McAllister checks out. A little bit of foul trouble here, and he'll get subbed out for sophomore Michael Denning. He was checked in for a moment earlier, possibly just to give Brewer time to talk to coach and had a grin being able to check back in here for McAllister as he hit the court. And Reynolds driving around, looks like he got fouled. Looks like that foul is going to be.
That right there was. Yeah, that was the type of move we used to do back in the day. There, you stick that knee out a little bit, keep him from moving.
Foul is on Brewer. So that's his second. Here's Isabel driving and lays it off the glass for two. Finally breaks into the scoring. He's 1 for 3 from the field. 20-point lead still remains for the Wildcats with 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Brooks fakes the drive to the free throw line. Hands it off to Denning, top of the key. Denning guarded by Barron, now to the right wing. Here's the drive from Partinger, trying to lay it up and in. He's going to get fouled on the way. They'll head to the free throw line to shoot two.
I think Isabel's not able to get going just yet because he's still coming off of football. You know, he's still got that football mentality and football moves. Still got that football muscle on him right now. But once the season gets going, he'll pick back up here in a little bit.
Partinger, first free throw falls good as the foul was on Mayan Reynolds, and that's his third and team's second of the quarter as he subs out for Xavier Isabel. Second shot on the way for Partinger. That one falls. Pass outside to Doyle, driving back down the court. Surveying under a double team here. Finds Robinson on the right wing to escape it, and Partinger gets the steal. Back down the floor is Scher. He's going to lay it up. Tries for the dunk, but it comes out. He almost had it. He won a part of the dunk party with Brooks, and he couldn't get it to go.
He was close.
Here's Isabel. One-on-one, hand in the face. Shot's too long. Rebounded by Scher, who just missed that dunk. So Isabel now 1 for 4 from the floor. Here's Brooks faking the drive out to Partinger, top of the key, trying to shake off Isabel. Little bit of shake and bake. Bounce off the front iron, no good. Partinger, the shooting woes have plagued him through these first 2.5 quarters. In the hands of Doyle on the right wing. He's in a bit of a triple team here for the Wildcats, who shifted to his zone. Outside, here's a deep three from Combs. That one's going to lip out. Rebounded by Brooks. Combs 0 for 2 in the contest. Pass over to Partinger. Partinger driving inside, laying it up, and off the glass for two. Partinger forcing his way to the rim, and the Raiders call a timeout as the Wildcats continue to stretch their lead. 54-30, the Wildcats lead as we step aside. You're listening and watching local high school hoops right here on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Welcome you back to Franklin-Simpson High School, and I know it's not quite Christmas yet, but Toyota Bowling Green is serving up our great looks here. And look at this play from Brooks, who ordered some yams for Christmas a little early tonight with another jam. 2 dunks in the contest. Scher tried to get involved there before we went to break and ultimately couldn't get it to go, but got his own rebound on the other end. But it was a turnover that led to that dunk for Franklin-Simpson, and ultimately that's been the telltale story. Franklin-Simpson forcing the turnovers and getting the points where it counts.
Exactly what they need to do during this game to keep the lead and keep it moving forward. It's just Warren East needs to do the exact.
This game tonight also the opener for the in-season 2A tournament between several teams, as a deep three shot attempted there by Doyle. That one won't fall. Yet to hit a field goal in the contest so far tonight. Partinger with the possession now for Franklin-Simpson. Over to Denning, top of the key. That one swatted out of bounds by Atkins.
Was it out of bounds? It hit the ref's foot. So I mean,
ref violation. Inbound from Denning to Partinger. Partinger going to drive to the top of the key and slam on the brakes right there. Hand it off to Scherer on the right wing, who kicks over to Denning near the right corner. Now to Partinger. Holding on to that same spot in the right wing. Fakes the jumper, passes it up and inside to Denning, who lays it up and in for two. Great look for Partinger and an even better bucket for Denning. Now driving is Barron, who lays it up too strong off the back iron. He was trying to draw the foul, and he couldn't get it. Driving, Partinger from the free throw line, laying it up with the right hand, won't go. Raiders back down the other end. Here's the drive and a trip up there by Lightfoot. It's like they'll call this foul on the floor. They'll stay with Warren East on their end of the floor. Substitution here for the Wildcats. Foul is going to be on Michael Denning. That's his second, and I believe that's team's fifth, so that would put Warren East into the bonus. As Lightfoot hits the line shooting two. First shot's good. Lightfoot getting a lot more involved in the basketball side of things his senior season. Last year, though, appeared in 22 games, averaged only half a point throughout those 22 games per game. And has already seen considerable uptick in his offensive swing as the second free throw falls short. But Warren East gets the rebound with Atkins off the missed free throw. Doyle with a deep three, connects his first made field goal.
One basket for Doyle.
Wildcats down the floor with Partinger on the right wing. Checking in for the Wildcats was Donovan Dudley, the sophomore. Gets some minutes here. Pass cross court to him. Shoot inside. Passes it outside to Roby, who now passes it to the left corner to Scherer for a long three. Won't fall, but it's rebounded by Dudley. Dudley outside to him. Shoot going to drive. Can't get the shot up. Gets his own rebound, and it goes out of bounds.
The Wildcats are, when they put it up, they get their rebound more and more and more and more. That's what you have to do on the offense. Make sure you surround that glass for whoever's putting it up. Make sure you get the rebound so you have an opportunity to put it up again.
Nearly stolen away again, that time by Scherer. Kicks outside to Barron for the Raiders, who tries to draw the foul, and they'll get a travel that time on Barron. Showing his frustration there as it's a turnover back to the Wildcats. 1:21 to go in the third quarter. Franklin-Simpson leads 56-34, 22-point lead so far in this one. As Barron checks out, as does Lightfoot for DeKyan Austin. Here's Partinger. Roby looking to the right side. Looking to the left now, and a bit of a double team. Pass it inside to Dudley, who passes it over to him. Shoot down below the basket. Puts up a shot, and it won't go. Warren East gets the board. And here's the drive up and in for Reynolds, and he connects. Ends his scoring drought he's had since the first half. Down by 20 once again are the Raiders here. Wildcats lead 56-36. Partinger trying to avoid the backcourt violation, but put under a lot of pressure here by Austin for the Raiders. Over to Roby. Now pass inside to him. Going to try a jumper. No, it's going to fall short off the front lip of the rim. Now back the other way goes Doyle. Doyle on the drive. He's swatted down, but they're going to call the foul.
He took it up there with force, but he got it taken right back away from him at that time.
So the shot won't count, but he'll head to the line shooting two. Foul was on Roby, his second and team's sixth. And a couple more substitutions here for both teams. 56-37, the Wildcats lead. Doyle knocked down the first free throw. Second shot on the way, and it's good. 2-for-2 trip. Inbound from Brooks to Stout. Now back to Brooks, who's going to drive straight up the court. Slams on the brakes, sends it over to Partinger on the left side. Surveying, driving from the left wing, fakes the drive. He's basically triple teamed anytime he tries to go inside the paint. Now he's going to do it again. Driving up left side between two defenders. Tries to lay it up with the right hand. He's going to get fouled on the way, and he'll head to the line to shoot two.
He is trying to get him something in as swiftly as possible to get himself going. Because like you said, he's been on a shooting woe here for a while, and he's trying to make anything happen. But fortunately for them, they have enough points where he can do that.
He's had a couple of trips to the free throw line. He was 4 for 4 before that miss. Now make it 4 for 5. A couple of substitutions here from the Raiders as Reynolds checks back in, as well as Warner Combs for Warren East. Brooks sent out to half court. McAllister there to fight for the rebound. Second one on the way for Partinger, and it does not fall. An 0 for 2 trip. Uncharacteristic there of Partinger, who was a 62% free throw shooter last season. Last second shot at the buzzer by Barron will not fall. And the Wildcats lead decisively after 3. 56-38, the lead for Franklin-Simpson. They'll look to put this one away in the fourth, so stay with us here to see if they can do it. You're tuned in and listening and watching local high school hoops here on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
Do you have a lot of presents to transport this year? Well, let's go find you the perfect fit. The 2026 Toyota Camry. Toyota Sequoia. Toyota RAV4.
This holiday season, come find the perfect ride and fill it with all your goodies.
Welcome back here to Franklin-Simpson as the Wildcats lead 56-38. Heading into the fourth and final frame, Ryan Murphy, Big Hamp alongside. A little bit of a 90s jam going on here.
Yeah,
Good
I don't
vibes.
know if this was 90s day or what, man. I mean, like.
Good vibes. They had the tearaway pants, the tearaway striped pants.
Man.
Good vibes.
Good vibes.
We're
all the
head
way
bumping.
around.
If you could tell, we're head bumping up here in the booth. Having a great time, along with our Seven Mountain Sports crew. Man, Dalton on the game cam. Brandon Jones down on the floor, giving you those extra shots from the game cam. Matthew Clark, producer, director. Getting us on the air for the live stream portion of things as we're getting ready to get this fourth quarter started. McAllister will inbound to Partinger. And we're underway here in the fourth and final frame. 56-38, the lead for Franklin-Simpson. Little pull from behind the rim there for Scherer. That one won't fall. And Warren East trying to make quick work of it. Here's Atkins down the floor. Gets tipped out from behind. It'll stay with Warren East. That was McAllister who nearly forced the turnover. Surveying for the inbound pass to Barron. Barron going to drive, and they're going to say he stepped out of bounds, reaching for the ball, and that'll turn it over to Franklin-Simpson. Partinger over to the right wing. Now pass underneath to Brooks. Now outside left wing. A deep block attempt there attempted by Atkins. And Partinger still got the shot off, but no good. The shooting woes continue for the star senior. Now here's Partinger going to try to get his own dunk, and he slams it home. Can't extend the shooting woe if you slam it right in.
Hey, if you can't shoot it in, dunk it in.
Had the open space to do it. Getting in on the dunk party that Jameer Brooks started early in the going. Here's Doyle with the drive. That one nearly stole away by Partinger. Barron recovers, tries to drive in, nearly travels, but they'll not say he did. He loses the ball. It's pulled in by Scherer. Now down the floor, Brooks on the drive. He'll go to lay it up and in. They'll call a foul on the floor.
And one for Jameer.
It'll be an and one play for Brooks again, and he'll head to the line for a three-point play. Jameer Brooks to the line. He was a 58% free throw shooter last season, and he knocks that one down for a three-point play. Had 15 points in the team's most recent game. That was a loss against Monroe. A lot of those came from the free throw line. He was 11 for 17 in that one against the Falcons. And we got a timeout called by Warren East as the Wildcats continue to pull away. They lead 61-38 here with 6:41 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll see if they can put this one away. When we come back, you're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today. At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
Ice Cube coming.
Welcome back to high school hoops here inside Franklin-Simpson High School. The beats are bumping, and Franklin-Simpson is rolling. They lead 61-38 with 6:41 to go in the fourth and final frame. Warren East already headed back out on the floor. Franklin-Simpson just now breaking out of their huddle. Ryan Murphy, Big Ham alongside, along with the rest of our 7 Mountain Sports crew, jamming to some 90s beats as this game nears its end. And we'll hear from the head coach of the Wildcats, Dee Spencer, at the conclusion of this one. And as well as our player of the game. Stay tuned for that announcement as well as that exclusive post-game interview. And that one turned over to the Wildcats. 6.5 minutes to go now here in the fourth quarter. And Brooks knows the mission. Taking his time, getting out of the backcourt to run some seconds off the clock. Pass inside, another pass there intended for Scherer, and it's turned over to Xavier Isabel, and he travels, and that turns it back over to the Wildcats. That marks 8 turnovers for Warren East, or 5 turnovers for Warren East. 8 for Warren East, 5 for Franklin-Simpson. They go up for the shot there. Here's Scherer. He gets the putback. Hits the floor. He won't get the and one, but it was a tough shot nonetheless.
Playing tough down there in the hole, man. Down there in the middle.
Pass. Passing around the perimeter of the Raiders. Here's Isabel, top of the key, fakes the drive. Now over to Atkins. Atkins fakes right, drives left, tries to lay it up and in with a floater. Won't go, and it's rebounded by the Wildcats. Atkins back down the floor, and there's a foul. Looks like that foul is going to be on Xavier Isabel. That's his second, team's second of the quarter. Wildcats trying to extend their lead here. It's actually Isabel's third foul.
Isabel still has that football mentality a little bit. He still got it just a little bit.
Warner Combs checking in for Isabel here late in the going as the inbound pass to Partinger is good, and a layup and in for a 2-point bucket.
The dunk got Partinger started, just got him started.
Foul's going to be called there. Foul on Jameer Brooks. That's his third, team's second of the quarter, or rather first.
Jameer Brooks is third, team's first.
But the Wildcats still leading decisively as Brooks and Scherer check out for Dudley and Breward, I believe that is. Over on the far side, here's the inbound to Barron for Warren East. Kicks it outside to Combs, top of the key. Now a long left wing three. Got it! Cooper Doyle, his second three of the game.
3-point basket, Cooper Doyle.
65-41, the lead still for the Wildcats, and a tough foul there on Owen Lockley. It appears for Franklin-Simpson. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That was a tough one. The foul. It's going to be against Warren Combs. That's his first and team's third of this fourth quarter.
Play tough till the end. Do you hear that buzzer?
Freshman Owen Lockley getting some varsity minutes here in this one. First free throw. That's off the front of the rim. No good. And Partinger is going to check out for Michael Denning. Waiting back to receive or defend, rather, is Donovan Dudley, who just checked in, the sophomore. Second shot's on the way. That one does not fall for Owen Lockley. Lockley gets the rebound in the midst of the chaos, and another foul going to get called on the floor, so it'll stay with Franklin-Simpson on their end of the court. Foul's going to be on Barron. That's his second, team's fourth of the quarter. And Barron going to head off to the sideline, replaced by Atkins in the action. Inbound pass to Lockley. Lockley looking for the layup and in, and he got it! And the whole bench for Franklin-Simpson erupts. That was a popular one from the freshman. Outside, here's Reynolds with a deep three, top of the key, connects. Couple of Raiders finding their hot hand here late in the going. 4:50 to go in the fourth. 67-44, the lead for the Wildcats. Pass inside to Brewer. Brewer kicks it outside for a long three from Denning. Falls short off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Combs for Warren East. Raiders, a flash of black and yellow. Black down the floor. Tries to lay it up and in does Doyle, but it's rebounded by Dudley. Dudley, deep ball pass that finds McAllister, who lays it up and in on the fast break. Pass, far side to Reynolds on the right wing. Now to the top of the key to Combs. Now left side to Doyle. Long three from the left corner. That one falls short. That was James Metter, who just checked in for the Raiders. On that missed shot, driving in for McAllister, and one bucket. Or no, it looks like they'll call that an offensive foul.
I was going to say, I was wondering. It was real close, and it was a great move by the defense there, just to set up, post up, don't move your feet, take that charge, get the ball back down the court.
McAllister looked like he had an and one there, but he'll get called for the offensive foul, and that's his fourth, team's second of the quarter, and they'll sub him out. Several substitutions here for the Wildcats with the final 4 minutes of regulation on the way. Barron on the drive. He'll get called for the travel there as he comes face-to-face with Donovan Dudley and turns it over back to the Wildcats. That's 9 turnovers for Warren East. 3:50 to go in the final frame. The lead continues to grow for the Wildcats. A couple of young sophomores and a freshman in the going here for the Wildcats late. Outside to Forshee. That's a freshman. Passes it inside to Stout, who puts up a shot, won't fall. He had a nice layup in the first half. Can't get that one to go. Deep shot here from Warner Combs. Looked like it may have got a lucky bounce it in, but it won't fall. Rebounded by Nash Forshee, the freshman for Franklin-Simpson. He drives down the floor. He's going to take a top of the key long three. Nope, that one's not going to count. Fouls on the floor. Believe it's going to be against Donovan Dudley. It will. That's his first and team's third. Turns it over to Warren East. 3:11 to go in regulation. Wildcats lead 69-44. Pass to the left wing to Barron. Looking around is Doyle. Doyle trapped there. Tries to pass it to the left side. Bounces off the leg of sophomore Donovan Dudley and the Wildcats, and Warren East trying to go in, and Denning nearly got a steal there on the inbound pass. Now ends up in the hands of the right wing to Combs. Now back to the top of the key for Reynolds, who fakes the three, tries to drive, passes it outside. He hits the floor. Here's Atkins with a long three. Nope, won't fall. Rebounded by Dudley. Franklin-Simpson with the possession. Forshee on the left wing. Looking for the outside pass. No, we'll send it behind him to Denning, who's way out deep in three-point land around the logo at center court. He's guarded by Atkins, trying to drive to the left. Hands it off there to Forshee. Driving to the center. Does Forshee, looking for the pass inside, kicks it out. That time to Lockley, who's going to go on a drive, rolls off the back iron. Rebounded by Lockley on the recovery. Gets his own board and puts it back for two. Freshman Owen Lockley showing his worth here in the minutes. He's got 4 points. Here's the drive, nearly a travel, recovered there by Doyle. Kicked outside to Reynolds, a long three from the top of the key, connects. Reynolds finding a magic touch here late as a officials timeout, I believe, is called there for substitution, or a timeout is called by the officials. And again, this fourth quarter coverage brought to you by Edmonton State Bank. And what really sets Edmonton State Bank apart from big banks is lending decisions are always local and made faster. Edmonton State Bank, that's your bank, your team, sponsoring our fourth quarter coverage. Here's the inbound. Stout looking for it here, and he finds Forshee driving down the far side of the court. Here he is on the run. Little Euro step. He's going to get fouled. Shot won't fall, though. And he'll head to the line to shoot two with 1:52 to go in the contest. Wildcats break 70. They lead 71-47.
Ryan, you know what I love? I love the fact that they're not sitting around holding the ball, passing it around, running the clock down. They're playing as if it's the first quarter. And I love that. That was one of the things that used to irritate me, was that people would pass the ball around with 2 minutes left, no matter what the score was, and just waste time rather than just play ball.
Second shot's on the way for Forshee as he knocks that one down. Final 2 minutes of the contest here. It's a 73-47 lead after a 2-for-2 trip to the free throw line for Forshee. A nice inbound pass to Zakian Austin as he gets his first bucket of the contest. Inbound pass to Forshee as he is fouled. And a 30-second timeout called here by Warren East. Timeout Franklin-Simpson, rather. Correction. It was on Warren East. 73-49, the lead for the Wildcats, as Hampa looks like Franklin-Simpson putting this one away in a decisive manner, leaving no room for doubt, even with the young guns in.
No, not leaving absolutely no room for doubt. Like I said, they're not running around just passing the ball around. I heard they're going to introduce a shot clock at some point.
Next season, I believe.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I believe.
I'm so glad because they are doing exactly what I like to see, which is play basketball all the way through and through. Your young guns, get them in there, give them a chance to play some ball, man.
Here's the pass. Franklin-Simpson under a full court press from the Raiders. Here's the drive, kicking it over. And Raiders end up with the basketball on the other end of the floor after a turnover. Minute 20 left in the contest. Here's a deep three from Lightfoot. That one too strong. Rebounded that time by Metter. Metter gets tipped out, tries to get recovered by Cohen Scott, but it goes out of bounds as he grabs onto it and plants his foot. It turns it over to Franklin-Simpson. Minute 14 of the fourth. Looking for an opening, and he finds Easton Lewis, the freshman who just checked in for the Wildcats. Final minute of the contest. Pass far side to Lockley. Lockley going to drive, lays it up and in. 6 points for the freshman. Pass far side. Lightfoot going to try for another three from the right side. Again, too strong. Rebounded by Metter once again. Hands it outside to Scott. Scott going to try to drive. He'll get fouled on the way, and he'll head to the line to shoot two.
I love watching Warren East keep going at it as if it's the first quarter. They're still, they're still playing and they're still moving in. They're not acting as if, the score is what it is. And I love seeing this about this young Raiders team. With them being as young as they are, this shows you the kind of guts and grit that they have, the type of heart that they have.
Took a while for it to fall in, but Cohen Scott's first free throw goes good as the foul to get him there was on Hooper Stout, his first. Team's fourth of this fourth and final frame. 47 seconds to go in the contest. Second shot's on the way, and it's good from Scott. 2-for-2 trip to the line, his 2 points in the game. 45 seconds to go in regulation. 75-51 the lead for the Wildcats. Going to take a long three. That one too strong off the back iron for Lewis. Wildcats get their own rebound with Donovan Dudley, who puts it back in for two.
Get your points. Play ball.
Final 30 seconds of the contest. 77-51. The lead for Franklin-Simpson. All quiet here for the Wildcats as the cheer chants begin. Final 10 seconds is the Raiders just going to hold this out for a final shot. Deep three from the left wing and connects. Deep shot there for Warren East from Jamari Anderson, the sophomore, but it's not going to be enough. Franklin-Simpson, the offense was rolling strong, and they take home a big win here at home, 77-54, your final score from Franklin-Simpson High School. The loss to Monroe County just a couple of days ago means nothing now as the Wildcats are back in the win column in a very big way and to open the start of the end season 2-0. a tournament. We'll go ahead and take ourselves a break, but stay tuned and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with our Don Franklin post-game show. We'll have head coach Dee Spencer with us here, as well as our player of the game, who will crown right here. You're listening and watching local high school hoops on the 7 Mountain Sports Network.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Oh, hold on for a second, children. Christmas is just around the corner, and I just want to let you know this year, the spa is the perfect way to relax after a long night of lugging those presents around the world. The only problem is, can't invite my good friend Frosty over to join the fun.
Santa here with jolly good news. Save thousands on the best hot tub brands with immediate delivery. You've been nice. Now treat yourself. Only at Aqualand on Campbell Lane.
I want to buy this truck, man. This is perfect.
It is a beautiful truck. Do you want to see the inside?
Is it available?
Yeah, sure is.
Is it available?
I just said it was.
Hey, how many miles has it got on it?
Just over 30,000 miles. Still practically new.
But it's got rain on it.
What? Do you want to see the inside? Do you have any questions?
No. I have to think about it. Also, it has rain on it.
Selling your car shouldn't be a pain. Bring your vehicle out to Toyota Bowling Green and we'll make sure you get taken care of.
At Morgantown Bank and Trust, a home equity line of credit offers you flexible access to the value in your home. With 5.99% introductory interest rate for the first 6 months, all the cash you need is right under your roof. Call today.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Welcome you back here to Franklin-Simpson, as we've got the head coach of the Franklin-Simpson Wildcats as well as our player of the game in Cole Scherer here with us on the broadcast. We'll get him joined with us here momentarily as we join him up with on the headsets. But the Wildcats took the win decisively, 77-54 your final score. We're going to make room for him up here in the booth because we're kind of working with makeshift stuff here. Coach Spencer joining us now. We'll get him up here in the booth with us. Appreciate them for sitting down. We're just a moment with us as well, both Coach Spencer as well as our player of the game. Coach, appreciate you for sitting down with us after a big win for you guys. Good offensive performance. How do you evaluate this one going out for the rest of your season?
Well, defensively, I was kind of upset the way we guarded the ball a little bit. I feel like we got to do a little better job of keeping people in front of us.
Absolutely. So at least looking at the numbers so far, it seemed like maybe in the first half there was a couple of moments where, maybe didn't take advantage of some shots, but I imagine at least defensively you talked about maybe the discomfort on the defense. You guys got a lot of steals at least. You really capitalized off the forced turnovers.
Yeah, we did a good job of, getting our hands on the ball and attacking the paint. This is what we've been talking about since Friday, just getting our feet in the paint and being a little bit more aggressive driving the ball.
Now, Cole, you had a pretty good night yourself here at home. How'd it feel to come out here in front of your home crowd and have a nice performance?
It's always awesome. I love it, and I hope to feed off of this momentum into our next game. So
Now, going into, at least for you guys this year, maybe you both can maybe attest to this, what is maybe different about this year's team? Because you have a couple of returners, a couple of guys you're familiar with, but we got to see a lot of young guys there towards the end of the game kind of come in that are showing themselves, showing that they've kind of got what it takes to play valuable minutes. But what's maybe been different about this year's team?
I honestly think our leadership, these guys, Cole and Jakai have done a good job of taking care of practice, make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, and, it's showing out on the court.
Now, Cole, at least after a win like tonight, you guys had a very strong offensive performance. What do you feel like was maybe clicking for you guys on the offensive side?
No, I just think working as a team, we really focused on what we did wrong our last game. And came into this one making sure that we got that ball swung around and got everybody involved in this offense. And I think we did that for the most part.
Absolutely. Well, guys, we appreciate you so much for
Yes,
sitting
sir.
down with us, Cole.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. You're our player of the game tonight, so
Thank you.
congratulations to you on that. We'll go ahead and take ourselves a quick break, and when we come back, we'll wrap up our coverage right here on the Seven Mountains Sports Network.
Thank you.
With State Farm Home Insurance, you can get the help you need from a local agent if things get complicated, and from our easy-to-use app whenever you need it.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Your perfect vehicle is waiting at Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green. Choose from the rugged Kia Sportage, the spacious Telluride, the electrifying EV6, and more. All with Don Franklin's 10-year unlimited mile powertrain coverage. With a large inventory of new Kia models and a team of caring automotive professionals dedicated to you, Don Franklin Kia in Bowling Green is here to service all of your Kia needs. Hurry in today to Don Franklin Kia, driven by family.
Oh, hold on for a second, children. Christmas is just around the corner, and I just want to let you know this year, the spa is the perfect way to relax after a long night of lugging those presents around the world. The only problem is, can't invite my good friend Frosty over to join the fun.
Santa here with jolly good news. Save thousands on the best hot tub brands with immediate delivery. You've been nice. Now treat yourself. Only at Aqualand on Campbell Lane.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Will Coker in Bowling Green today.
Welcome back here to Franklin-Simpson High School as we wrap up our coverage. Wildcats take the win 77-54. Let's take a quick look at your post-game stats here on your Don Franklin post-game show. You just heard from head coach Dee Spencer as well as our player of the game, Cole Scherer, who will officially crown here in just a moment. But you look at the stats here. Field goals, Franklin-Simpson took plenty advantage, especially off the forced turnovers. Had 6 less turnovers in this contest versus Warren East. And a lot of those turnovers that Warren East had were forced on the Wildcats' part.
Oh, yeah, the Wildcats played a lot of pressure on defense, man. They did exactly what they needed to do to make sure that the ball ended up in their hands and they had control of the game.
So now looking again to continue to look at these stats, obviously fouls, Franklin-Simpson sticks out a little bit more there that you could tell, but that comes from being aggressive on the defensive side and those forced turnovers. You're going to have a couple of stray ones here and there that you'd rather hope not to get, but rebounding as well. Franklin-Simpson doing a great job of that, and Cole Scherer was a big part of that rebounding effort as well.
Yes, rebounding to me is key. If you don't get in there and get the ball, you have to, no matter if it's your team that's shooting, no matter if it's the other team shooting, you have to have everybody, at least 3 of them, going for the ball. Your inside players, that's what they do, and that's what they did. Everybody went after the ball, and that's why the rebounding was as large as it was for Franklin-Simpson.
And that's why the final score tonight is Franklin-Simpson taking the win 77-54. They improved to 3-1 to start their season. Warren East falling to 0-3, still looking to find that first chance at the win column. They'll have a chance at that in their next contest, which is tomorrow night against Muhlenberg County. They'll host them at home, so try to get their first win against the Mustangs at home. Maybe that home turf will aid in getting them that first win of the season. Franklin-Simpson will have their next contest in a couple of days on Thursday on the road at Ohio County. But before we wrap up our coverage, we, of course, have to crown tonight's player of the game. And you heard from him just a minute ago. Tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Warren RECC and NCTC, is Cole Scherer, the senior forward tonight, who, at least by our totals, had, I'm trying to add it up because I didn't have it added before, 15 points tonight for Scherer, who led the team tonight for the Wildcats and had several noticeable highlights throughout this game, as well as this deep three-pointer from the top of the key. Great shot there for Scherer. He had multiple threes in the first half, 3 to be exact here, and this one really set the tone at the end of the first half, and it is our play of the game also. Look at this from the right wing. Scherer with a deep 3, and he connects as the buzzer sounds to mark halftime. Great look there, courtesy of Toyota of Bowling Green. Congratulations, Cole Scherer, the senior. You're tonight's player of the game. For your high-speed internet needs, choose NCTC, powered by Warren RECC. It's fast, reliable service with a hometown touch. As we begin to sign off tonight, as the Wildcats take the win 77-54, Big Hamp, any final thoughts?
Man, I just looked at a great basketball game by a team that knew what they wanted to do and knew how they wanted to get the job done tonight, and they did exactly that. I've seen a team that is young, they're still learning, and they are going to get better, and I can't wait to see where Warren East lands at the end of the year and even at the beginning of next year, just to see how these sophomores turning juniors next year, see what all they've learned this year.
Absolutely. A young squad by season's end. They could have it all figured out and make a run towards that 4th region tournament. They'll look to do that, as well as the Wildcats, who just last season, despite having the 5th worst RPI all of last season, still ended up winning the district title and going on to play in the 4th region tournament. You never know with basketball here in Kentucky how things can turn out. But as we wrap up our coverage tonight, again, a huge thank you to our Seven Mountain Sports crew. We had Dalton up on the camera, on the game camera, our man Brandon Jones down on the floor, bringing you some great game shots from Matthew Clark, our producer director, as well as all of our sponsors, including Don Franklin, Aqualand Pool and Spa, Morgantown Bank and Trust, Edmonton State Bank, Warren RECC, and NCTC, Toyota Bowling Green for all those great looks on the instant replays, and State Farm agent Will Coker. Thanks to them that we can get out here to bring you all the awesome coverage that we do for these local athletes and highlighting all that they do as we go ahead and wrap up our coverage. Wildcats take the win 77-54 for Big Hamp. I'm Ryan Murphy signing off for now. We've got more coverage coming throughout the week. Stay tuned to our social medias for that as we say goodnight for now, and we'll see you later right here on the Seven Mountains Sports Network. Good night, everybody.